What is going on, everyone? How was everyone's weekend? How was everyone's weekend? What is everyone looking at today? What's everyone's plan? So my plan, last night we had great setups. We still have great setups, but now with the market dropping down to where it is, right? SPY down 0.7%, QQQ down 0.9%, IWM down 0.8%. Spent the whole weekend thinking about the market. I feel like this is the only profession where we want Monday to come, right? No one else wants Monday to come back around. Everyone wants Friday and the weekend, but traders love trading. How am I feeling? I'm still sick. I have strep throat. It's terrible. So I'm literally drenched in sweat still. I just went to the doctor yesterday, so hopefully it'll go away soon. So taking a look at ES, right? We have this previous resistance, right? It acted as a support back here in August, acted as a support here as well, right? Acted as a support here as well, right? So we're sitting at a pretty significant level here, around 4,100, 4,110, right? If this level can hold today, I like continuation, right? We broke out from the overall downtrend, right? But we kind of rejected this triple top here, right? Previous resistance in September, previous resistance back in December, and then we rejected it again last week. Right, so this is the new level that we're going to need to clear to see continued upside to around 4,300 plus, right? This resistance here. Okay. Yeah. So if this level holds today, I like continued upside. If it doesn't, then we're most likely going to pull back and test. I have to sneeze. Mic for it. If we do drop down below 4,100, I think we're going to test 40.35. And if we zoom in a little bit, why did I pick this level? Right, first we have a double top here, right? We rejected it numerous times here. We acted as support, right? So this zone here is going to act as a support, or even this level right here around 40.50 or so, right? Previous resistance, previous support. Yeah, if the only thing you wish for is Friday to come, you should absolutely change your career. 100%. If everyone could drop a like on the video, I'd appreciate it. Using ES, what time frame is that compared to what SPX? I mean, whatever time frame you're looking at is whatever time frame you're looking at. This is ES, just is a future, right? So it has more data than SPY. Right, here's SPY up here. ES has continued data, right? Because it's a future. Which is why a lot of traders use it, because, right, it respects levels too. So I'm going to keep an eye at this level here at open, 41.10. Tesla is the only thing green here in pre-market, but right, I'm looking at the 1 hour currently. Right, we have multiple bounces off this bottom trend line here, and we also have this trend line here at the top, right? Potential rising wedge in place. The level I'm going to be looking out for is 196.75, which is this previous resistance from February 2nd on Thursday. Right, if that breaks, look for a test of 199, which is the high of Friday. Right, it rejected numerous times. So this could be a good short opportunity, right? Market's currently weak. Everything's down a ton, right? We're approaching a pretty big resistance, right? We also rejected this 199 level back in the beginning of December, right? And then November. And then we acted as a previous support in October, right? Notice the common trend here, right? Old levels are coming into play, right? Old support, new resistance, new resistance, new resistance. Extremely, extremely simple. Okay. Let's get into some more setups. So we did have some great setups with great potential, but this pullback here in pre-market kind of invalidates everything. Right, we had a perfect wedge here. I was looking for some upside with a break of this pink trend line here to a move to 88.48, but we're opening down here, so it's totally invalidated. This was an amazing setup. This was probably my top setup last night. Let's go into a higher time frame to see the levels that we got. Okay, so this is pretty interesting. All right, we have a gap to the downside here, right? We did fill it here, but it could act as another magnet. Let me try and get this. Try and get these levels drawn out quickly. All right, so below 83.6, which is this previous support, previous resistance, previous resistance, previous support. Right, we have a gap to the downside to around 81.47. Right, and look how it respects the levels. Right, this is the bottom of the gap, previous resistance, previous support, and this is the top of the gap, previous support. Okay. And that's a pretty big range. So if this rejects here, 85.83, right, this previous, double, triple bottom, if this rejects, I like puts off this level for a continued move to the downside back to 81.447. But then if this breaks, right, we could see a potential push up to 88.48. You don't want to have a bias when you're trading. Right? You always just want to play the levels. Is there a way to convert ES equivalent to SPY? So when someone says we're looking for, I mean, you can just overlap the charts. Right, I'm pretty sure you could just do what is it again? Oh yeah, compare ES, right, to like SPX, and then it just overlaps them. It's a little funky. But you can just overlap them like that. Right, and then it shows it as an indicator. Or right, ES to SPY. Still a little funky looking, but you could, compare the trends. But regarding like actual price, here it is here. Right, like ES 4100 is the same as SPX. It's basically the same thing, right? 410 on SPY is 4100 on SPY or ES. NVIDIA broke the trend line. Yeah, NVIDIA, right? We had a little wedge here, higher low, lower high. But in pre-market here, we're down 1.7%. And we're testing a pretty significant level again here as well. Right? We have multiple bounces off this trend line here. We rejected it back the end of January here. So if this level holds, see what happens. We also have this trend line from the lows here that we bounced multiple times. right? I am more of a fan of the upside here, right? Regarding downside, right? If this fails, we could play it to 196. This is going to act as a potential support, right? To 166, previous resistance, going to act as a potential support. Just need to see what happens, you know, at market open with SPY. Yeah, this is TradingView. I don't know if I answered that already. Let's go into some other setups. Right here is Apple. This is another one of my favorite, or this was one of my favorite setups. Right, perfect flag, falling wedge. This is something I'll take every single time. You pronounce it NVIDIA or NVIDIA? I say NVIDIA. I don't know. Because it is, I guess people pronunciate the N. NVIDIA. NVIDIA. I don't know. Whatever. Same thing. What is that? How does everyone pronounce it? NVIDIA or NVIDIA? I guess it's just, you know, how you pronunciate other words. But I say NVIDIA. I have a NVIDIA 3080 Ti graphics card. It's pronounced NVIDIA. NVIDIA. Yeah, see, everyone says it different. Oh, everyone's saying N. U-Blast from left field. NVIDIA. Everyone's saying it different. But NVIDIA. It's like a tongue twister. Tomato or tomato? And money. Yeah. Just make me money. I don't care how you pronounce it, as long as there's a setup. It can make money. We'll call it N money. Just like AMD is advanced money duplicator. All right, let's continue. Microsoft. All right, we're sitting right above this previous gap fill. We have this double bottom here. We bounced on Thursday, and then we bounced perfectly on Friday. All right, we held pretty well. And now we're opening up down about a little over 1%. NVIDIA, there's a good one. EMVIDIA. Just like the inverted strategy that I kind of created. I do kind of like Microsoft for downside if this level here fails, right? Because we could potentially see 249, 250. This level here is going to act as a support, and we have some downside that we could potentially see. Let's see what else we got. Who's the most experienced analyst in bull trades? Everyone is great. All analysts are absolutely fantastic. The person who's been trading the longest is Cedar. Been trading for 20 plus years. C-Blast has been trading, I think, around 10 to 15 years. Me, 10 years. Thor has been trading for like 30 to 40 years, but he doesn't want to, he's not an analyst. D Cruz has been trading for a few years, I believe. Ghost a few years. But Cedar takes the cake with most experience or longest time trading. But all analysts are absolutely fantastic. Everyone's great. At 9:30 I head over to the Discord and we all join voice chat and trade live there. Well, we've all been day trading for that long, not just investing, right? A lot of people will say they've been, trading for 30 years, 40 years, but were you day trading for that long, or were you, just investing? It's totally different, right? We've been strictly just day trading. What's up, Avi? See what else we got. NVIDIA. That's the... You just joined today, looking forward. Welcome to the family. We take pride in like actually communicating with, everyone in it. Right? I feel like most servers don't really communicate with everyone and answer their questions when markets open. They'll just send out alerts and that's it. Right? We're all available 24/7. TBLS has been investing since 2008. Right? And we also have the Flow platform that we're constantly making updates to. We have a ton of more improvements coming. Right? If you're a part of Bull Trades, you have access to the dashboard, right? Which is right here. Right? You can see all this information. Dashboard, right? Real-time option flow, the dark pool information, right? The snapshot, historical data, right? And you can filter out all these different options here, right? You can see analyst ratings, upgrades, downgrades, initiations, see the alerts, right? You can have automated levels based on an algorithm, different analytics. Twitter and the Reddit sentiment's pretty cool. Earnings, right? Different news. Right, I'm always taking a look at the news. Right, you could chart directly from here as well. Right, we have a lot of improvements coming. Right, we're always working on it, so we've come a long way from the beginning. So definitely, take advantage of that and ask us questions on how to use it. We have videos on how to use it and everything, so it's part of the Discord, but it's a website. It's on bulltrades.net, the dashboard. Okay. What's going on with PDD here? PDD down 4% in pre-market. Yeah, Ghost did a video yesterday, I believe. How did I mainly use price action or decide to use price action? I used to use Elliott Wave a lot. That was the only other strategy I've really used. But it's just complicated and unnecessary. Price action is really all you need. Right? Horizontal support and resistance. Right? Fibs I use here and there. I like Fibs as a lot of institutional traders use that. The road is killing me. I have a bunch of videos on my YouTube going over a ton of stuff. Trying to get them done. I just haven't been able to. I've been sick. What questions does everyone have before market opens? We got 10 minutes to market open. ES is still just hovering above this previous resistance. 10. Do I trade live in Discord after this? Yeah, I'm on voice chat. Well, it's on NOC. Take a look at it. think I'm along to 460. I've charted this before. The one thing I'd keep an eye on here, if you're whoever just mentioned this, right? We have this previous support, and we're kind of testing the lows here, right? This kind of looks like, right? We have a move to the downside, consolidation, move to the downside, consolidation, right? So just keep an eye. This might be another, right, consolidation phase before another break to the downside here. Right, we also have previous support all across the board here at 434 around that region. Right, and we bounced perfectly again, right? So if this moves to the downside, we could potentially bounce here, but it can only test it so many times. I have a video on how to use the Discord. It's just at the bottom of all the channels. Right, if you go into the Discord, live trading right here at the bottom. We have to scroll through all these channels, but go to the bottom here and click live trading. All right, Ghost is live currently, and there's people in voice chat. You just click live trading, and you'll join the live trading. Yeah, my chart template, I have a video on that as well on my YouTube. That'll be my exact chart. Yeah, you can copy my exact chart. I have a video on YouTube showing you how to do that. Yeah, the fib levels definitely, obviously the more, confluence you have, the better, right? So if the 0.5 and the 618 or the 382 lines up with another support or resistance, right, it just gives you more of a confident mindset. But absolutely, you can expect to see, reversals at those levels without a horizontal support or resistance. Right, fibs are pretty great, and it's typically going to reverse within, the 0.5 or the 618. Not always, but let's see, for example, from this low to this high. Yeah, it's really just, depends on, see, from here to here. Yeah, so it bounces off the 382. Right, I'm sure this is the 236 right here. So. Yeah, I also have a video on how to do fibs on my YouTube. Scroll back a bit. But Tesla is also going to be my top watch, I think, today. Right, SPY always. But Tesla, right? It's up 2%. I want to see how it acts around 196.75. Right. Also, if you're in the Discord, we have a ton of information here. Right? We have a ton of books, like hundreds and hundreds of books. And market resources is extremely helpful. Avi created a video on the dashboard. And I always post a ton of stuff here. We all post a ton of informational stuff here, and I definitely suggest taking a look at it. But I posted this in January every night. Right, everyone should be charting and planning your trades. Right, have 5 to 6 setups, excluding SPY or SPX. Right, before you enter the trade, find the risk. Right, if you're going into a trade with the mindset of I can potentially make this much money, right, you're setting yourself up for failure. Risk first trading will make you consistent. Right, and change your size according to your risk. Right, if you're comfortable with losing, $300-400 a trade or $500 a trade in this example, right, and you're losing $600-800 a trade, when things go wrong, size smaller. right? Understand that you're not going to win every trade, which is why sizing correctly is extremely important, and having stop losses in place, right? Mental stops work too, is extremely important. Right? Always follow the chart. You'll notice all the analysts are never emotional about things. Right? We just trade the chart. Whatever happens, happens. Right? We have a predefined plan going into the trade with a solid risk to reward. Right? And since we, have a plan going into the trade, it's gonna give us a higher probability of succeeding. Right? And in order to accept a loss, you have to be ready for a loss. Right? Before you enter the trade, understand you can lose and how much money you can lose. Right? This way, when a loss happens, you don't get emotional and you can continue on to the next trade. This is like probably one of the best things I've written. Like, this is key right here. There's a bunch of other stuff here. Like, everyone should read this like every single day, honestly. Before you start trading, this is what someone should read every day. All right, just to get your mind right. Okay. Market opens here in 2 minutes. Let's head over to the Discord and head into live trading. See you guys there. Everyone, thank you for coming. Make sure you drop a like before we head out. And let's have a killer day.